Hi, this is Cheating Wife. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this story. Your support motivates me to share even more real stories from our life. And don't forget to leave a comment. I'll be really happy to read your thoughts. I never thought I'd find myself here, branded with a word I never imagined could be tied to me. Assault. It echoes in my head, even now. The look in her eyes when she sent me that message, the silence of our entire friend group, the way people avoided me in the hallways. It all plays on repeat. And the worst part? I keep asking myself if I really am the monster she thinks I am. But maybe I should start from the beginning. I'm 18 years old, just starting college, and my best friend, we'll call her Lena, is 18 too. We met 3 years ago back in high school. Back then, we weren't just classmates. We were survivors. Both of us had our share of ugly family drama, toxic relationships, and nights when we didn't know how we'd make it through. Somehow, we leaned on each other. She became my person. The one I could text at 2 a.m. when I couldn't sleep. The one I'd walk home after practice, even if it was out of the way. The one who knew all my scars and still called me good. People always asked if we were dating. The truth was we weren't. Not really. We flirted sometimes, and there were moments when the tension between us was so thick you could cut it with a knife. But every time it came close, we'd back away, both afraid to ruin the friendship that had become our lifeline. So when we both ended up at the same college, it felt like fate. Guess you're stuck with me, I joked on move-in day. She laughed, that light, easy laugh of hers. Good. I wouldn't want it any other way. The first couple of weeks were amazing. We found a new friend group, spent late nights in the common rooms watching dumb shows, ordered pizza at 3 a.m. because we could. For the first time in years, I felt like maybe life wasn't out to crush me. And then came that night. It started like any other college hangout. A bunch of us crammed into Lena's dorm, huddled around her laptop to watch a new series. Someone had smuggled in alcohol and bottles were passed around. I had never really drunk before. My parents were strict, and besides, I never wanted to lose control. But that night, I figured, why not? The burn of the alcohol shocked me at first, but soon it was just warmth spreading through me. Lena, though, she was in her element. She'd been drinking for years, and she looked so casual, so confident, joking with everyone. She didn't seem wasted, not stumbling, not slurring, just relaxed. Hours later, when the show ended, most of us were tipsy. Someone ordered food, and eventually, everyone just crashed in her dorm. People grabbed spots on the floor, the couch, wherever they could. And me? I ended up in Lena's bed. It wasn't unusual. We'd done it before, late-night study sessions when one of us was too tired to walk home. We'd share a bed, no questions asked. But that night, there was alcohol, and that made everything different. I lay there on my side, half asleep, when I felt her shift closer. Her back pressed against my chest. Her hand reached behind her, found my arm, and pulled it around her. At first, I thought, okay, just cuddling. We've done this before. But then, she moved my hand onto her chest. My whole body froze. Lena, I whispered, "What are you doing?" She just murmured, "It's fine." I didn't know what to think. Was she joking? Testing me? But then she took my hand again, slid it under her shirt, placed it right against her skin. "I want you to," she said softly. My heart was pounding so loud I swore the whole room could hear it. "Are you sure?" I asked. "Yes." "Lena, seriously, if you're not..." "I am." Her voice was clear, firm. So I listened. Minutes passed like that. My hand on her guiding me, whispering for me not to stop. At one point, she even told me to touch her lower. I hesitated, asked again, "Are you sure?" "Yes." Over and over, I checked. And every time, she said yes. Eventually, we both drifted off, tangled up, the night fading into nothing. In the morning, I left early, heading back to my dorm before class. She texted me later, "Last night was fun, but I'm not looking for a relationship. Still want to be friends, though." And that was it. I thought it was over. I told myself not to overthink it. We'd crossed a line, sure, but if she was okay with it, then so was I. Except things started changing. first, it was little things. The group chat going silent when I messaged. Seeing everyone on Snap Maps hanging out without me. Walking past them on campus, only for conversations to stop abruptly when I approached. Even Lena, she wouldn't sit next to me anymore. Wouldn't laugh at my dumb jokes. Wouldn't meet my eyes. I kept asking myself, did I do something wrong? Did I cross a line I didn't realize? And then came the text. I need space from you. I don't feel comfortable after that night. I stared at the screen, my stomach dropping. I typed back, Lena, you asked me to. I kept checking. You said yes every time. Her reply was instant. I don't remember most of it. I just know I woke up feeling weird. I told the group already, but I'm not gonna make it into a whole thing. I just need distance. My throat tightened. My chest felt like it was caving in. I tried to call her. She didn't answer. I texted again. Please, you do remember. You know I didn't force anything. You told me yes, but she never replied. And now my name is whispered like poison in the hallways. People look at me differently, and I don't know what's worse, that I lost my best friend, or that part of me wonders if I really am what she says I am. I didn't sleep that night. My phone screen kept lighting up in the dark dorm room, but it wasn't her texting me. It was random notifications, reminders, meaningless updates. Nothing from her. Nothing from anyone else either. The silence was the worst part. When you've been a part of a group for so long, you can feel it in your bones when the air shifts, when people start moving around you instead of with you. And that's exactly what was happening now. She told me she wanted space, but it wasn't just her who pulled back. It was everyone. My notifications from our group chat used to feel like a lifeline, memes, study complaints, last-minute food runs, but now, dead silent. I stared at my reflection in the black screen, wondering how the hell everything flipped so quickly. The first time I ran into her after that text, it was at the dining hall. She was standing in line, tray in hand, laughing with two other people from our group. I walked up, tried to act normal, like nothing was wrong. Hey, I said, my voice cracking a little. She froze, the smile on her face collapsing for just a second before she forced it back. Oh, hey, she replied flatly, shifting her tray like it suddenly weighed 100 pounds. Her friends went quiet too. No one looked at me. No one even asked if I wanted to sit with them. It was like I had suddenly become invisible or worse, radioactive. I could feel the heat crawling up my neck. How's class going? I asked, trying to keep my tone casual. Fine, she said quickly, eyes darting away. The conversation died right there, and I felt like an idiot standing in the middle of the line, all eyes on me but no one actually seeing me. I grabbed my food and ate alone. For the first time in years, I felt the sharp sting of being truly unwanted. Later that week, I finally texted her. Can we please talk? Face to face. Just us. She didn't answer right away. Hours passed. Finally, just before midnight, her reply buzzed on my screen. I don't think that's a good idea. I clenched my jaw, staring at the words until they blurred. But then another message came through. If you want closure, I'll meet you tomorrow at the library, public place, 3 p.m. My stomach twisted into knots. Closure. That word hit me like a hammer. I didn't want closure. I wanted my friend back. The next day, I got there early. I sat at one of the big wooden tables, fingers drumming nervously against the surface. Every time the door opened, my head snapped up. When she finally walked in, my heart stuttered. She looked tired, dark circles under her eyes, hair pulled back messily, like she hadn't slept much either. She sat across from me without a smile. Thanks for meeting me, I said, my voice low. She nodded stiffly. There was a long, heavy silence. Finally, she spoke. I don't really know how to explain this, she began. I don't remember everything that happened that night. That's the problem. I swallowed hard. I asked you, over and over, if you were okay with it. You said yes every single time. I know what you're saying, she whispered, her eyes darting around nervously as if someone might overhear. But I don't remember saying it, and that makes it hard for me to trust what actually happened. Her words cut me open. So you think what, forced you? I asked, my voice shaking. I don't know, she snapped, then quickly lowered her tone. I don't know, okay? I was drunk. You were drunk. Things happened. And now I feel sick thinking about it. I ran a hand through my hair, trying not to raise my voice. I wasn't even that drunk. I made sure you were okay every step of the way. I told you that you could tell me to stop. You never did. She winced, biting her lip. I believe you think that's how it happened, she said carefully. But I can't shake how uncomfortable I feel. That's why I need space. Her words slammed into me like a punch. It wasn't just about the night anymore. It was about her entire perception of me. Do you realize what this looks like? I asked quietly. You've told the whole group. They're already treating me like I'm some kind of monster. She looked down at her hands. I didn't mean for it to spread like that, she said softly. I just needed advice. I told a couple people and I guess it spread. I laughed bitterly, shaking my head. Yeah, spread. Now everyone thinks I assaulted you. Her eyes filled with tears, but she didn't deny it. She didn't say a single word to defend me. That night, I sat in my dorm room, staring at the ceiling. My roommate came in, gave me a quick glance, and left again without saying anything. Even he had started keeping his distance. It was like a disease. One person labels you and suddenly you're contagious. I kept replaying everything in my head. Her hand pulling mine, her whisper telling me to keep going, her laughter, her yes every single time. And now I was the villain in her story. The worst part wasn't even the group turning against me. It was the memory of how much I trusted her, how much I thought she trusted me. And now all of that was gone in a single night that she claimed she couldn't even remember. A few days later, I overheard two people from our group whispering outside the cafeteria. Yeah, she said he took advantage of her. While she was drunk, my chest went cold. It wasn't just about space anymore. The narrative was shifting. I wasn't just the guy who made a mistake. I was becoming the predator in everyone's eyes. I wanted to scream. I wanted to grab everyone and tell them the truth. But would they even believe me? One drunk night, one hazy memory, and suddenly my entire reputation was being rewritten. And that's when the real fear hit me. This wasn't just about losing a friend anymore. This could ruin my entire life. I never thought one night could flip my entire life upside down. But here I was, walking across campus, feeling like every set of eyes was drilling into my back. Every whisper, every laugh, every sudden silence when I entered a room. It all tied back to that night. It didn't matter what I remembered. It didn't matter what really happened. What mattered was the story everyone else was choosing to believe. By the third week, I stopped going to group meetups. I stopped sitting in the dining hall. I even switched which hallways I took to class, just to avoid running into people I used to call friends. Isolation became safer than confrontation, but safer didn't mean easier. Every night, I'd lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, my mind replaying every moment in her dorm room, her hand guiding mine, her whispered yes. Was I delusional? Did I create those memories to protect myself? Or was I really being rewritten as the villain in a story I didn't deserve? One night, my phone buzzed with a text from a number I didn't recognize. You should probably watch yourself. People are saying things. My heart sank. I texted back immediately. Who is this? What things? No response. That was the moment it truly clicked for me. This wasn't just whispers anymore. This was the beginning of something that could destroy me. The next day, I couldn't take it anymore. I tracked her down after class, waited outside the lecture hall until she appeared, clutching her notebook tight to her chest. When she saw me, her face fell. We need to talk, I said firmly. She shook her head, already stepping back. I told you I needed space. Space? My voice cracked. Do you even realize what people are saying about me? They think I assaulted you. They think I'm some kind of predator. And you're just letting them believe it. Her eyes filled with tears, and for a second, I saw the girl I once trusted. I never said that, she whispered. But you didn't deny it either, I shot back. Do you know what that does to me? To my life. She bit her lip, trembling. I don't know how to feel, she admitted. I don't remember everything, and that makes me scared. I don't want to call you a monster, but I also don't feel safe. Those words broke me. Not safe. The person who used to come to me with every problem, every late-night panic attack, every secret, now looked at me like I was dangerous. I stepped back, shaking my head. You're rewriting me into something I'm not, I said, my voice hoarse. And if you don't clear this up, it's going to ruin me. Her hands shook as she clutched her notebook tighter. I'm sorry, she whispered, before turning and walking away. And just like that, the last thread of our friendship snapped. The fallout was worse than I imagined. People stopped making eye contact. Group projects became impossible. No one wanted to partner with me. I overheard someone mutter "creep" under their breath when I walked past. The walls of the campus felt smaller every day, closing in on me. My professors noticed the change too. My grades slipped, participation dropped, and one even asked if I was okay. How could I explain that my entire identity had been shattered by a rumor? The final blow came when my roommate sat me down one night. Listen, man, he started awkwardly. I don't know what happened with you and her, but people are talking, and it's making things hard for me too. I stared at him in disbelief. So what, you're kicking me out? He sighed, rubbing his temples. I just think maybe you should find a different housing arrangement next semester. That was it. Even in my own room, I wasn't welcome anymore. I thought about calling my mom, but what would I even say? Hey mom, my best friend accused me of something I didn't do, and now I'm basically a ghost on campus? No parent wants to hear that, so I kept it all inside, letting the weight crush me a little more every day. One night, I finally broke down. I pulled up our old messages, the ones before everything went to hell. Her laughing emojis, her late-night rants about professors, her random selfies. For a moment, I almost forgot what she had done to me. For a moment, she was still my best friend. But then I scrolled further, to the night of the party. The texts from her the morning after. Had fun last night. Not looking for a relationship though, lol. Still want to be friends? Proof. She wasn't horrified. She wasn't traumatized. She just didn't want more. And yet now I was the villain. I thought about showing those texts to people, proving my side. But then what? Would they even believe me? Or would they twist it into he's trying to cover his tracks? Either way, the damage was already done. Weeks later, she reached out again. Her message was short. I told people to stop talking about it. I didn't want it to turn into something bigger. I'm sorry. I stared at the words, my chest tightening. Sorry. That single word felt like a knife. Because sorry wasn't enough. Sorry didn't erase the whispers. Sorry didn't fix my reputation. Sorry didn't give me my life back. I didn't reply. For the first time, I realized I had nothing left to say. So here I am, months later, telling this story. Not because I want pity. Not because I think I'll ever get closure. But because this is the reality no one talks about. When a blurry night, a forgotten memory, and a single accusation can rewrite your entire existence. I don't know if she'll ever remember what really happened. I don't know if she'll ever see me as anything other than a mistake. But I do know this. That night didn't just end our friendship. It ended the version of me I thought I was. And now, I'm left wondering, am I the asshole? Or am I just the casualty of someone else's doubt?